Start recording. Yep.
Good to go.
Wow, tells me that. Hi, thanks for joining me tonight. I pretty much know everyone in the group there. Hi, Adam. For Declare, Vic, we've got Fiona, who is my Operation 365 coach and mentor, and also my business coach now as well. I've got Danny, who is the guru here. I've only known Danny for a couple of weeks, but he's all over this stuff and will certainly be putting in some valuable information to come. And Mez is one of my fellow 365ers. We're in this together with Fiona, so she's here to back me up as well. Thanks for joining me. It's all been very secretive because I wasn't sure how this was going to go, so I didn't want to play my hand. As you know, I've been a police officer for 15 years, which I absolutely love. Being able to help people is a real thing, and I've always believed I can make a difference. I've seen the absolute worst of humanity, and I've seen it at its finest moments. Being a police officer, I've delivered messages that have destroyed families, as well as the ones that have given them hope as well. You know, that it's always been when you found somebody or you've solved something. I've been punched, kicked, bitten, spat on, the works. And, you know, at the same time, I've also been held for hours on end by a small child who just wouldn't let me go because I was their saving grace. But being an operational police member has had its downsides. Shift work, lack of sleep, poor nutrition, lack of exercise. I tried many times over the first 10 years of my career to go on a health kick, but I was always beaten by tiredness. The shift work just got me in the end. And then between 2000 and 2012, I had 3 children and ballooned out to 105 kilos. I only started in a gym about 5 years ago, and I was sitting just under 100 kilos at that point. And I worked hard and consistently to get to an ideal size. It was by no means easy, but it wasn't terribly hard, and I had some fabulous support around me at that time, which led to my decision to compete as a bodybuilder. So months of excessive training, eating only a small variety of foods and not much of them at that. I got there, I got up on stage. I didn't come last, so that was my goal for that day, was not to come last and present the best I could do, and I certainly did that. And it wasn't even 2 years since I delivered my last baby that I got up there. It was just over 2 years, I think. So massive. But that process, as extreme as it was, gave me a real passion for health and fitness, which was something entirely new for me. I could have cared less before that, to be honest. But it did leave me with some issues about my size and what I ate and when I ate it and that. And pretty much for a year, I weighed another year, so coming up to 2 years, everything I ate weighed and measured. If it was in a plastic container, I didn't eat it. Or if I had to go outside of that, it caused stress, anxiety, oh my God, which led to an attitude of, I'll just eat it anyway, who cares? And it was a massive yo-yo. I had some injuries, couldn't train as hard as I was, and put on about another 12 or 14 kilos, which just happened overnight. As everyone likes to say, I didn't notice it. Well, I did. Every kilo I noticed, and it was stressful. It caused me anxiety. I drew a line in the sand and started training again, hard. I'd continued to train, but not very hard. So I stepped up and just went back to what I knew, smashed things out, and nothing changed. I felt like I was failing myself. I was failing my coaches. I had great trainers around me. I had great support people, and nothing was making a difference. And it just kind of felt like I wasn't living my truth at that point, that, you know, I was supposed to be this fit person and supposed to be doing all the right things, and it just wasn't showing. So it was a lot of internal stress, a lot of internal pressure. My digestion was poor. I was bloated all the time, massive amounts of fluid. And I ended up in a specialist's office and was told if I chose to keep doing what I was doing, I would cook my adrenal glands and I'd be in a world of hurt. So flat tired, exhausted, but wired. I couldn't sit still. I was on the go for up to 18 hours a day, just work, home, training, gym, food prep. It was like a balloon that had been let go a lot of the time there. So I ignored it for several months. My weight fluctuated wildly up and down in the same place, but I didn't actually lose anything. And then I collapsed in the gym, pretty much.
Doing great, though.
I don't think I've ever really said a lot of this out loud. So it was no real surprise there that I stopped work. I was nervous, jumpy, irritable, stressed, tired, and thought I just needed a couple of weeks off. I craved sugar, I craved alcohol, anything yellow, the yellow food group. I'm sure we're all familiar with that. Chips, pastry, all the fun stuff. And ultimately, after I sought some professional help, within a few weeks, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety and major depression. That was a big realisation to me how long I'd been pushing too hard for. So between October and February of this year, I can barely remember anything. I was subject to the failings of medications to try and alleviate symptoms, and there was barely anything left at that point, including some of the, I'd never not worked. I'd never not gone to work every day since I was 14. 14 and 9 months I got a job, and I've never not been, and suddenly I couldn't do it. So my sense of self-worth took as much of a hit as anything, and wondered how I would even continue to support my family if I couldn't go back to work. I'd long stopped any of my outside interests, and just didn't have the energy to do anything about it, and just, whatever. May 2017, there was an opportunity. I pled my case to someone who I've long admired at a distance for the way she does life, which that person's with us tonight, is Fiona. And she took me on as part of Operation 365, which was a year to change my life, one step at a time, a dance, if you will, just to reconnect, a new and more connected way of living. It's the simple explanation. I had to do something. My return to work was being pushed further and further out of my my grasp. And by this point, or around about the same time, I then became a single mother as well. So at home with a 5, 6 and 9-year-old. So yeah, stress, anxiety, worry, lethargy, exhaustion. My brain didn't work at all. Couldn't string a sentence together for a while, and having some trouble with that today too. I didn't sleep, still wasn't sleeping, and I was losing my hair in handfuls, which is stressful. My mum has alopecia, so I was off for a professional assessment to make sure that I didn't in fact have some autoimmune stuff going on there. Thinking I was going to go bald on top of everything else. So with Fiona's guidance, I did the 28-day reset in June, which gave me some additional tools about my mindset, my awareness, my self-belief, being mindful of what was going on around me. Danny will touch on what else that involved shortly. But to say that month changed my life is an absolute understatement. The value that was added via some really simple steps was just, I can't even. For the first time making a decision to do something about my own health, I didn't cut anything out. I didn't ban food groups. I didn't portion control. I added nutrition. I didn't start flogging myself in the gym. Normally when we start these things, off we go, and 5 days a week, or 7, or 14 and 16 as the case was at some point there. Yeah, through that 28 days, every day, my mind was getting clearer. I was more energetic. I was calmer, so my sleep was starting to improve a little bit as well, to the point where I was waking up before an alarm clock. I was one of those 6:05, 6:10, 6:20, 6:40, 6:50, drag myself out at 7:10. And then you spend 40 minutes yelling at everybody because we're running late. So by the end of the 28 days, and still 6:05, I'm awake. My alarm goes off at 6:15. I've never been a morning person, and this is entirely new for me. It's just there, the energy, the vitality, the strength to get up and do this stuff is just there. My hair's growing out of control. Hairdresser went, oh my God, what have you done? I have to cut my nails instead of them just snapping off. And my extra weight is starting to shift. And I'm not training because my appendix came out 7 weeks ago. So I haven't actually done an ounce of exercise or walked to the letterbox. That's pretty much it, other than the running around mum stuff. So I can't, even the energy I've gotten, I'm back since June, since my 28-day reset. I'm back doing my hobbies. I'm back at band practice. My memory's clearing up. I'm actually remembering my music, which is incredible for those that have been around me for the last 6 months listening to me try and play bagpipes and remember stuff. And I'm living in connection now with something that I'm passionate about, which is health, well-being, and making the most of what we have. So feeling all of this stuff over such a short period of time, I'd undertaken the startings of a nutrition course, and that's still going. And tonight is the launch of, I suppose, part A of what is now going to be living in connection with that thing that I want to do, which is getting everyone feeling as amazing as we possibly can without the stress of weighing and measuring food and MyFitnessPal and all that stuff, because it's not about our size, it's about how we feel. And I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. I know I've got Danny still on mute there. If Danny wants to jump in, he's going to explain exactly how all this works, because I've got a book this thick and I've read about this much of it. So we'll rely on Danny and his immeasurable knowledge about all this stuff to get you through the next section.
Awesome.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Beck. I've got the same book and probably read about the same amount of pages too. So well done. That's amazing. I've only known you for a couple of weeks now, and I did not know any of that. And to see what I've seen in the last 3 weeks, you would never have known that was your situation no more than, 4 or 5 months ago. So it's a credit to you with that, Beck, that you've been able to turn yourself around, pick yourself up, because generally there's 2 ways you can go. You can go upwards or you can go the other way. So you've picked the right option there. So congratulations to yourself. And I'm looking forward to what the next sort of, 6 to 12 months holds for you. So what tonight is about, everybody, it's just about what Beck has spoken about. It's about how you can change yourself both internally and externally through an amazing system that we have established. So I'm going to pop a slideshow up in a moment. It'll probably explain a little bit better than me just talking in front of a screen. So if you do have any questions throughout, there is a little chat box down the bottom. If you want to click on that chat box and just type in your questions as you see them, and I'll get back to them at the end rather than we're just doing a Q&A in between. So I'll try and get through the information as quickly as I possibly can, and then we can have a nice Q&A at the end, and I can just have a look in the chat box. If you've got a question, type it in there, and I'll get back to it at the end, and we can have a discussion at the end about it. So I'm going to share my screen, and just let me know if you do end up seeing what is on the screen. So I'm just going to click, no, not that one. Yep, and share screen. Okay, now can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. I'm going to put it into slideshow form, so just give me a couple of seconds. And from the beginning. Okay. So basically what we are, our company name is Your Health, and we are a big believer in going green. So what going green means is basically going back to nature and ridding our body of harmful chemicals, toxins, bad food habits, digestive issues and the like. So basically what we do, we are pretty much a one-stop shop where we can cleanse your body internally so you feel amazing externally. And, Beck is basically the epitome of what we're about, a position of struggle, hurt, to see something in this product range and then within a very short period of time feeling absolutely amazing. And just little things like the hair growing back and the nails getting stronger, that's all great signs that you got good digestive health now. And the adrenals are back to where they were and the feeling of well-being. So just give you a quick rundown of my story. Basically, I've been involved with this company for the last 3 years. And how I got started was very much how Beck got started. I was in the fitness industry, and a gentleman basically came up to me and said, I can give you an amazing supplement range that is all natural, works on your digestive health, and will basically turn you into a fat burning machine. I kind of half laughed at him, thinking that I was already in pretty good shape, and thought about digestive health. And the first two people I thought about was my wife and my mother. So basically, for me, I'm a dad. I've got 2 amazing children. And to basically try and be in the best health you possibly can, for me, is about the 2 people on the screen. So I want to be that person that can be around for those 2, play with them, do all the things they want to do, be happy, be vibrant, and not be that dad that just sits on the couch and struggles to get through the day. And because he struggles to get through the day, he gets angry and yells at his kids for no reason. I don't want to be that person. So for me, digestive health was fairly important. But I thought I was fairly digestively healthy. So I love the concept of the product. So what do you do when you love it? You generally refer it and give it to somebody else. So I gave it to my wife, and she was my guinea pig, so to speak. Give you a bit of a background. My wife, after the birth of our youngest child there, the one with the blue eyes, Ricky, my wife suffered some severe digestive issues post-pregnancy, to the point where she couldn't be the mother that she wanted to be for her children. She was quite sick, and she spent a lot of time being really, really unwell. So that hit us pretty hard, and I had to take over a fair responsibility with, looking after the kids and whatnot while she recovered. So she was on lots of pharmaceutical medication, constant doctor checks, really feeling quite poor. So it was around that time that Your Health got introduced into our life, and we just thought, let's give it a shot for her. So she started taking the supplement range. And within an 8-week period, there was a pretty quick turnaround. She was more vibrant. She was happy. She was up and about. She was feeling really, really good. But the best part was that when she went to see her doctor basically said, I don't know what you are doing, but don't change it because it's working. So we just nailed it on the head that it was the product range that Beck's been using. And then she was able to get off her pharmaceutical medication, and now she's an advocate of what we have to offer. It even gets to the stage where we start getting low on product, and I'm getting a tap on the shoulder as to when the next order is coming in because we're getting a bit low and she doesn't want to miss out. So from there, I was like, this product was just hands down the best thing I'd ever seen. I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years and seen a lot of digestive health products that just haven't worked, and this works. So I decided to give it a go, and in an 8-week period, my body shape changed pretty dramatically. I went from what I thought was in reasonably good shape to being in pretty good condition, as you can see by this picture just here. And that was in about an 8 to 10 week period. A bit like Beck, I didn't change anything. All I did was I included this supplement range into my regime. So I didn't go on a strict diet. I didn't increase my exercise levels. I wanted to see if it worked. And the only way you can see things work is if you add it in but keep everything the same. And the results were phenomenal. My energy levels went through the roof. I was able to drop about 4 to 5% body fat, but maintain my body weight, which was pretty crucial for being in a gym. So that's my journey. I guess for you guys, it's probably knowing what it's all about. So the best thing about this product is it's all natural. So nature has always provide the answers for good health. You just need to know where to look. So fortunately for some of us on this call tonight, we know where to look. And Your Health has uncovered these answers. So now we're encouraging others who are on this call tonight to return back to nature, to rid themselves of harmful toxins and a more complete vision of what true health really is. So there's a lot of toxic food out there. Even the good food, to an extent, is a little bit toxic as well. So we need to have a look at really what the top 3 health concerns are. So just a quick one, guys, just around while we're all sort of off mute. What do you think the top 3 health concerns might be? Just off the top of your head, what would you think they might be?
Obesity.
Yep. So definitely weight issues is one. Digestive health is another, and lack of energy. They're probably the main 3. So you may have one or all of these, or know somebody who does. It's very rare that people don't have any one of these issues going on in their life. The main one, or the main concern, is generally lack of energy. People are feeling pretty tired and fatigued. Overweight, digestive issues are a big player as well. So just some quick stats. If weight gain increases at its current levels, by 2025, almost 80% of Australian adults will be overweight or obese. Now, that's pretty insane, because everybody thinks Australia is a lucky country where we've got beaches and tan bodies and everyone's running around feeling absolutely amazing. But those stats tell us otherwise. 7 in 10 men are overweight or obese, 1 in 2 women. And the big one for me was 1 in 4 children. Children should never be obese. They're very active. They haven't had the lifespan of an adult, so they haven't put too many toxins into their body. So 1 in 4 children being obese is a serious problem going on. And a lot of it is down to, bad food choices, toxic food ingredients, nutritional deficiencies, and of course a lack of exercise with, computers and iPads and all that sort of stuff as well. So I guess the question we need to really ask is why do we need to supplement? Why do we need to place this type of supplementation into our regime? The answer is pretty simple, and it's basically the mineral content of food is on a major decline. So to give you a bit of an idea, you can see there in 1914, the mineral content of most fruit and vegetables is extremely high, and 1997, it's almost a quarter of its nutrient capabilities. I'm a little bit scared to find the 2017 version, because it could possibly be even lower than that. But that's a really alarming statistic. So to give you a bit of an idea, I'm not sure if you can see that in the corner there, but 1 bowl of spinach in 1953 has the same nutritional value as 43 bowls of spinach in 1997. So basically what that means is, for you to get the same nutrient value, you'd have to eat 43 bowls of spinach. I don't know about you, but I don't really want to try to eat 43 bowls of spinach in one go. It wouldn't be much fun. But that's the kind of ratio that we're looking at, and the major problem with that is we become overfed and undernourished. So we're not getting our nutrients that we need. So our body then says, "Hey, you haven't given me what I need. I need more food." So we tend to eat more food. The body, still not happy, says, "Can we please have some more food?" And that's why we're hungry all the time, is because our bodies are nutrient deficient, and that's why we put on weight, is because we're eating these calories without the nutrient value being with it as well. So what we've designed is something called a Gogreen cleanse. And what that basically is, it is a program to cleanse your body from the inside out as well as the outside in. And part 1 is the cleanse, and it does the inside out procedure. So how does that work? It works on a 4-step system. So we need 4 steps, 4 simple steps in our daily routine to basically increase our digestive health. And if we're digestively healthy, we are basically in peak physical condition. We're in peak mental condition as well. So as Beck was saying, she was suffering a lot of brain fog from, those hard slogs that she was undertaking. This will actually help you physically get good mental clarity and be more focused to do things as well. So step 1 is activate, and we activate with something called a Digest Ultra. Now, basically our food at the moment is so nutrient deficient that it doesn't contain enzymes anymore. Enzymes are the things that break down our food so our body can absorb and feel nutrient enriched. Most food is nutrient dead. If it's cooked or processed, it is nutrient dead. It contains no enzymatic action whatsoever. We need something to put into our system to increase the enzyme action in our body. And that's what the Digest Ultra does. It is in capsule form. You take it with your 2 main meals of the day, and what it does is it breaks down that food and allows your body to absorb it more efficiently. If you can absorb your food more efficiently, your brain will say, thank you, I am satisfied. You then don't tend to have to eat as much food. As a result, you tend to have a nice, steady, stable weight that's not going on the increase. So very, very important, step 1, to activate our food. Step 2, we need to cleanse, and we cleanse with 2 products. We cleanse with a Probiotic Ultra and a Fiber Plus. Now, to give you a bit of an idea, in our intestinal wall, we can hold up to 6 to 8 kilos of undigested food. Now, if you imagine, let's say you put a banana out in the sun on a 38-degree day, what's going to happen? The banana is going to putrefy, it's going to rot, it's going to go off. Now, most of you know that internally we are 38 degrees. So if you've got food sitting in there that's not been able to be digested, your food is going to go off. And when it goes off, you become toxic. And when you become toxic, you start to get illnesses. You start to get IBS. You start to get Crohn's disease. You start to get celiacs. You start to have allergies. And when I was a kid, and I'm sure when you guys were kids as well, there was no such thing as a nut allergy or an egg allergy. But 1 in every 2 people now has that. And that's because of the toxic nature of our food and what is going into our body and the fact that it can't break it down. So what the Probiotic Ultra does is it gets in there and it helps to balance the good and the bad bacteria in our body, and it helps to start in the release mode of that food. And then, of course, if we mix it with the fiber, we all know what fiber does. Fiber just flushes everything out. So effectively what we're doing is we're cleansing our intestinal area so it is clean, so it can absorb more efficiently, and so there's no toxins present in our body. So step 1 is activate. Step 2 is to cleanse the body. Step 3 is to alkalize. Now, alkalize is very, very important. We need to alkalize because 95% of our food is acid forming. And when we have acid forming food, we have inflammation, we have slow recovery rates, we have infection and disease more prevalent. So we need to alkalize, and we need to get back to 7.36 pH level. Which is our body's happy state. So we do that through your Super Greens, which is 24 serves of fruit and vegetable in every scoop. So if you're not a fruit and vegetable eater, don't worry, you don't need to have them as much. All you do is you take 1 scoop of that in the morning, and that will give you all the requirements, antioxidants, to basically cover your fruit and vegetable intake. I still highly recommend that you do have fruit and vegetables, but for those of you who aren't fans, you can use the Your Super Greens as your direct link to that. And you have that first thing in the morning as soon as you wake up. And I guarantee you're going to feel pretty amazing for most of the day. So step 1 is activate. Step 2 is to cleanse our body. Step 3 is to alkalize. And finally, step 4, once we've cleaned everything out, we need to nourish. And we can nourish with 2 products, with a protein range, which, you know, your muscles need protein to recover, your cells to recover. And we also have an essential vitamin. We need essential vitamins in our body to transport nutrients around to where they need to go. So that is our 4-step process. We need to activate our food with the enzyme. We need to cleanse it with the probiotic and the fiber. We need to alkalize with our greens. And then, of course, we need to nourish with our protein and our vitamin. We also have some add-ons as well. These aren't compulsory, but these are for, you know, for somebody who wants to do that little bit extra. We have the Berry Blast, which is basically like a coffee substitute without the high levels of caffeine. And it is made from 19 different fruits and berries. An amazing thing to have in the morning for that pick-me-up, or if you're a bit of a gym goer and you want to have it before a training session. It gives you a nice pick-up and a good feel all day with no crash that coffee tends to give you. We also have the Repair Ultra in the middle there, and the Repair Ultra is a great cell repairer. So it is designed to help your body to recover more quickly from exercise sessions, more quickly from injuries, more quickly from your day-to-day activities. So you'll find that when your body is in repair mode, you'll start to feel a lot better as well. And then, of course, we have our Super Slim, which is an organic plant-based metabolic increaser, which is designed for those people who want to get some nice quick results, get their metabolism firing, and starting to feel really good through the day again. So that's pretty much our 4-step system, our inside-out approach to good health. And that's what, you know, Beck would be using in her day to get the desired outcome that she's led herself to in the last few weeks. So how do we take the products, and when do we take the products, I hear you ask? Here's how we do it. When we wake up first thing in the morning, you're going to have your greens, your fibre, and then your optional berry blast and super slim if you want to go down that path. And that'll be your breakfast. So we're not having a solid breakfast, we're having a liquid breakfast. And then your first solid meal will be at lunchtime.
It's not much longer.
So what you have is you have your lunch, whatever your lunch might be. And then we have the Digest Ultra and the vitamin with our lunch. And that just helps to break the food down and to get the vitamins, minerals, nutrients to where they need to go. If you're feeling a bit peckish at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, you can have your Grateful protein, okay, which gives you all your nutrient value, your proteins, your vitamins and minerals. It's a bit of a meal replacement, okay. Only has 210 calories, which is always a plus, and is quite filling. And then dinner time, we do the same as what we do at lunch, okay. We have our dinner, and we have the Digest Ultra and the vitamins. So we're not telling you how to eat and what to eat. We're just telling you that you need some type of supplementation to go with the food that you're having to maximize nutrient absorption. And then at bedtime, this person stays up pretty late. You can have the probiotic and then the optional Your Repair Ultra before bed, just with a glass of water. And then you can tuck in for the night. And I guarantee you, if you have those 2 products, you're going to have a pretty restful sleep. You'll get quality sleep, it'll be deep, and you'll wake up really, really fresh in the morning. So that's the how-to take. What we also do is we harness it with the power of intermittent fasting. Now, I'm sure you've heard of intermittent fasting before. It's quite big in the news at the moment. A lot of the celebrities are using intermittent fasting to maximize their gains for their particular roles that they're doing. So we can be no different. We can be exactly the same as these people. All we need to do is to pick a 6 to 8 hour period that we eat food, and then the rest of the day we don't eat food. Okay, now some of you might be thinking, oh, I can't go 18 hours or 16 hours without food. Well, the beauty is for most of it, you'll probably be asleep anyway. So the idea is to pick a 6 to 8 hour window. On the screen here, you can see that your eating window is between 12 and 8, but you can pick any window you like. It doesn't have to be that time frame. It can be whatever suits your lifestyle. And then all you're doing is, so if you're going from 12 to 8, then all you'll do is you'll fast from 8 until 12 o'clock the next day, but you're having that shake in the morning, and that shake will give you all the nutrients you need without the high calorie value. Okay, so the thing is, the body doesn't start using fat as an energy source until at least 6 to 8 hours without food. Okay, so if we're eating all the time, all we're doing is we're utilizing that energy from our food. So when we fast, we start to use energy from our body stores, and that's what we want. We want to start to alleviate some of that excess calorie value that is in our body. When the body isn't overworked with digesting food all day, it starts rebuilding itself. So if you're not eating, what actually happens is it gives your organs time to have a rest. It gives your liver and kidneys time to have a break. It gives your insulin time to have a rest as well. So basically what we're doing is we are rebuilding our bodies during our rest, recovery, no food phase. Okay, so very, very important. And you get to increase your fat burning potential and your cleanse results through extending your window of recovery. So you can start with 8 hours, but most of us will do 6 hour food and then 18-hour fast. So very, very easy to do. And if you follow the system, you'll see some outstanding results. And these are some of them on the screen if you want to have a quick read through. There's some good ones in there. I see, a lot of those there that Beck mentioned in her speech at the start. I can see Beck nodding her head there going, yep, that's me. Yep, that was me as well. That's me also. So there's quite a few things there. I like the couple down the bottom there, the cell repair, the anti-aging, the youthful skin. Beck, you look like you're about 20 years old now, which is excellent. And probably feeling the same way too, which is good. So we've heard Beck's story. We've heard my story. So what I'd like to do now is just to give you one more quick story. So I'm going to introduce you to a lady who I've only just met in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks as well. This lady is, yeah, every time I see her post, she's in the gym, she's feeling happy, she's got a smile on her face, she's really bright and bubbly, and she's basically just going to tell you now a little bit about her journey on the products, just a quick journey that she's experienced, and it just probably would tie into some of these expected results. So if I can get you to unmute Mez, here she is here with feeling fantastic, thumbs up. Just give us a quick
awesome
how you're feeling and what you were feeling before you're on the products.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, just a little bit about me. I'm Mez and I'm a mother of 3. I'm also a nurse. So I'm that typical shift worker. I do the mornings, afternoons, night shift, and sometimes all those shifts are in 1 week. So I think, you know, like Beck, I got to a point where I felt you know, a lack of energy. My sleep was absolutely poor, that I was, you know, I was dragging my bum out of bed some mornings just to get the kids off to school. I had issues with managing, I suppose, my stress and you know, in a sense, my frustrations with just the day-to-day goings on in life. And another thing that was, you know, significantly bothering me was my weight. Not that I was ever, you know, significantly overweight. I just wasn't happy with where I was. I was sluggish. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have motivation. I was just sluggish. And again, like Beck, I was very fortunate to be introduced to the Your Health products when I joined up with Fiona with the Operation 365 program. And I was going to say within weeks, but really it was really in the initial week of taking and starting the products that all of those things that significantly impacted, you know, my role as a mother, my role as a partner, my role as a nurse, they were starting to dwindle. You know, I had increased energy, my sleep was significantly improved to the point that I was bouncing out of bed, and, you know, like Daniel was saying, I was starting to hit the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning because that's what I wanted to do. You know, and another thing is, and where I'm at the moment is within the 3-4 months that we've been doing this, I'm very proud to say that I'm probably 2 kilograms off my goal weight. So I've lost about up to 15 kilograms in that time. And it's come, you know, it's been a fantastic journey. And that's why I think both Beck and I, along with Danny and Fiona, are so passionate in sharing this journey with you guys, because I know it works. It's worked for me. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. I'm feeling on top of the world. You know, my family life is so much better. I've improved relationships as a mother. I've improved relationships as a partner, because, you know, I'm a different person. So yeah, I think we're just so passionate about this product. It does work, and, you know, I want to share it with my family and friends, and I'm doing that on Sunday because it's certainly changed my life, and I certainly don't want to be back where I was before. So
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Mez. Great share, and I'm looking forward to seeing your journey as well. So yeah, just from what I've seen in the last 3 or 4 weeks, you two are very passionate. You are definitely people who want to share that happiness as well, which is amazing, and you just want people to feel like you're feeling at the moment. So again, thank you, Mez, for that. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing your journey in the not too distant future.
Thanks, Danny.
And here's just some other quick shots too, guys, of some of the transformations. The lady on the left there is a good friend of mine, Bobby. She lost an amazing 34 kilos in a 12-month period. Didn't go to the gym. Her exercise was taking her kids to school, and she just followed our nutrition system, followed the fasting principles, and now she's just feeling absolutely amazing. And the first thing I noticed with her was, if you can see her face in the first picture, it's quite red and flushed and quite unhealthy. And you see the other pictures, and she's just glowing in her skin. That's the first thing I noticed, more so than the weight loss, was because she was becoming healthier. She was a healthier person, and her body was appreciating that. And when you are healthy as a human being internally, it reflects on the outside. So, and there's a couple other ones there. My good friend Tommy in the middle, a little bit of a machine there. He got some amazing, outstanding results from the products. My friend Carlo there on the right-hand side was severely overweight, and now he's feeling absolutely amazing. And then there's a couple of other ones here as well. So you can just see that it's made for everybody. There's no age limit. There's no, there's no gender bias with this. It works for everybody. So there's just some amazing and outstanding results. Okay, so move on to part 2, which works on the outside in. So we've cleansed internally. Now we need to look at the outside. So we do that with something called essential oils. Now, our company, Your Health, our oils are called Bear Oils. Okay, they are 100% USDA certified organic. So that is the highest certification to being organic that you can get. It is third-party certified. So what it says on the label there, so if it says lavender, that's what's in it. It's not essence of lavender. It's not lavender mixed with something else. It's pure 100% lavender. So our BARE stands for Botanical Aromatic Rejuvenating Essential Oils. My first experience with oils was when my wife put the diffuser on, and they smelled damn lovely. I didn't realise the kind of power that the essential oils had until I started doing some research on them. And the basic principle behind them is they can basically be your medicine cabinet, because we are like plants, and the essential oil is the defense mechanism of the plant. We have a similar DNA structure to plants, so they are a defense mechanism for us as well. So they're highly concentrated. They're 100 times more powerful than herbs. And to give you an idea, 15 ml bottle, which is probably, if you can see me on the screen, is probably about the size of my nose. That you would have to use 13.6 kilos of lavender to make that oil, and you'd have to have 45 lemons to make that bottle of lemon oil as well. So they're very, very, very powerful. So you don't have to take much. Like with lemon, 1 drop, that's all you need. If you have more than 1 drop, it's just, yeah, it's too much. It's too powerful. So it's quite a cost-effective product, because there's probably 300 drops in there and you're only using 1 at a time. So if you're using 1 or 2 drops a day, it's going to last you, 4, 5, 6 months easily. How do we use essential oils? There's 3 methods. So we can do it aromatically with the Bliss diffuser that you can see in the picture there. And the beauty about the Bliss diffuser is the air comes out cold. So if you have kids, and I'm sure you've had vaporizers in the past and they put their hand on the vaporizer and they burn their hand, my kids, they put their hands on this and they play with the steam, and it's all cold. It's cold steam, so they're not going to burn themselves. And it comes out as a vapor, which is what you want for your essential oils. You can take them internally, but we highly recommend that you research that first before you take them internally. Make sure it's appropriate to take internally. And you can also apply them topically to your skin. So if you've got sensitive skin, just test an area first, or dilute it with maybe some fractionated coconut oil. Or you can, if you feel like you can put it straight on your skin, you can do that as well. How Bear oils work. This is how they work in your body, and it's amazing how they work. Because of their antioxidant, antimicrobial, I always get that one wrong, and anti-inflammatory properties, Bear oils are your perfect medicine cabinet. They're good for cooking, they're good for cleaning, they're good for aromatherapy. Basically, they have a multi-purpose and a multi-function. And what you can do is you can start to eliminate some of your pharmaceutical medication from your medicine cabinet and start replacing with essential oils. If you've got a headache, peppermint or clear mind will do just an effective job naturally, as opposed to a chemically induced Panadol. Cleaning your floors, you don't want to use Ajax or that kind of heavy domestic cleaner that has lots of chemicals in it, especially with kids hanging around. You can actually clean your floors with lemon or orange, or I use something called Purify, which is a blend, and it can help to clean your floors and do it that way naturally. So there's many different levels, and it has a deep effect on your body also. The fragrance of the oils enter your brain. The aroma gets into the limbic system, and it starts to get into your brain. It breaks the brain-blood barrier, and what it can help with is lowering stress levels. It can relieve pain, it can improve your mood, and it can quell cravings and nausea. So all this just from an essential oil. And again, we're going back to the fact that it's all natural. Okay, we're not using those pharmaceutical medications that cause more toxic nature in your system. You start getting more susceptible to more further illnesses and disease. Research has shown that essential oils can powerfully enhance positive mental and emotional states. So, for example, you can have an uplifting like a boost blend in your diffuser to make yourself feel amazing, or you can have a lavender blend to relax you before bed. You can use, peppermint to give your body that, that pain-free type scenario. So there's lots of different purposes for the essential oils. And these are our top 10. We have 34 in total, but these are our most popular 10. So Sweet Dreams, great for sleeping. Clear Mind, great for headaches. Eucalyptus, I've all done the whole steam thing with the Vicks. Again, it's an all-natural solution. Frankincense is the liquid gold of essential oils. If you have an issue, you're not sure what to use frankincense. It's probably hands down the best oil on the planet. We've got lavender. Lemon is great for detoxing. Peppermint for muscles, aches and pains. Purifies for cleaning the house. Boost for feeling great. Tea tree also good for cleaning as well. So lots and lots of different purposes there. And basically our slogan is there's an oil for that. So if you have an issue, an ailment, a problem, something to clean, just Google it and it'll give you a whole list of essential oils that you can use. We also have a hair and skin range as well. And it is all 100% organic. It's made from synthetic-free ingredients, has no parabens, sulfates, no animal testing, and basically it is nature put into your shampoo, conditioner, body lotion. So if you've ever read the back of a shampoo label, they have names on them that you can't even pronounce, all chemically induced. We're just trying to remove chemicals from your skin. And to give you an idea, ladies, on average, women put 168 chemicals on their body before lunchtime. So we need to try and eliminate some of that, because the more chemicals you put on, again, the more susceptible to illness and infection and disease. So another good one there. And this is just an example of how good the lotions are. This is a lady who had some eczema. She put on some of our body lotion, and within an hour, all the redness had gone away, and the next day, pretty much all the eczema disappeared as well. So again, just taking it back to nature and doing things the way they need to be done. Our final product, and this is brand new. This was only introduced to Australia about 3 weeks ago. This is called Amber. It is basically an active phytonutrient serum. It is an anti-aging, blemish removing, youth-defying, a serum that is designed to get your face feeling and looking fantastic. I'm actually 83 years old and I use Amber all the time. So, I've got that youthful looking skin. So it is an amazing product. I used to have really, really dark eyes underneath, and within a week, they've really cleared up and I just don't have the same darkness in my eyes anymore. So another fantastic product, and it'll basically cover all of your, your skincare needs. So there's just some stats there. 57% of women who claim purchasing all natural products is important to them to choose skincare as the most important. Okay, and 73% of millennial women seek out cleaner, all natural products, and it's pretty high amongst the entire generation as well. So why is Amber so good? Because it's truly unique. People spend more money on their face than anywhere else. It's a luxurious brand, but it's made from 21 organic essential oils. So again, it's about nature, taking it back to nature. No chemicals, no waxes, no parabens, no petroleums. Here's an example of Amber. This is 6 days, guys. So you can see all the redness has gone out of her cheeks there, and the acne spots are starting to subside. And this lady was 15 days. So you can just see all her bumps and blemishes were starting to disappear. So an amazing product, and it works so quickly and effectively. So just some great examples there too. Here's some of the sets that we've got. Okay, so basically you can either choose a set or you can construct your own. My advice tonight is to, if you're interested, to sit and talk to Rebecca, and she can point you in the direction of which sets to use. I'll bring Rebecca back on at the end to discuss some of that. But these are just some examples of some of the sets that you can choose to get yourself looking, feeling, just being an amazing individual. So we just have a reward system as well, where if you order your products every 4 weeks, you can basically start to accumulate points, a bit like a Flybuys card. And when you start to accumulate these points, they go towards free products. And the Elite Plus there, if you spent the right amount of money, hit Elite Plus, for every $100 you spend, you get $25 worth of free products, which is pretty amazing, because I know over the Flybuys card, you have to spend $250,000 to get a $15 sticker. So this way, it's just much more effective to get free products and try different things. And the company has amazing incentives. They have a 100-pound club where if you can drop 100 pounds, which is 45 kilos, they will give you free products for life. These two gentlemen have done that just recently, and now the company just gives them free products every single month. We have challenges. So if you want to go on a challenge, if you're a bit of the competitive type, you can do that, and you can also win money towards free products as well, which is pretty exciting. These challenges run every 2 weeks. So they have 26 challenges a year. So there's a lot of opportunities to win some amazing products. And at the end of the day, guys, if you're not happy with the results, we do offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. That's how confident that we are that these products actually work, is that you can return them if you're not satisfied with your results. And basically, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've only ever had one person take it back because I had an adverse reaction to some of the medication they were taking. So no one's sent it back because they were displeased because it didn't work for them the way they intended it to. So the beauty about the system is it has its own nutrition delivery system that's patented, and basically for the next 20 years, no one can copy our formula. So that's pretty much how the products work. They're absolutely amazing. And the beauty about it is that not only can you take these products, but you can also refer them to your friends and family. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I go to a great restaurant, I refer it to someone. Every time I get a good haircut, I refer that person to someone. Every time I go to a good movie, I'll tell that person about the movie to go and see it. And the whole time I'm referring these particular things, I'm not getting paid 1 cent for it. I'm doing it because that's what we naturally do. We naturally refer. So basically now what Beck, Mez, Fiona, myself are doing is that we're referring a product that we know works. We know that is going to help people and support people and get them into great physical shape. But the beauty is that the company will pay us for doing that. So we get a commission from sharing this product with people and getting them into the best shape of their life. So if that sounds like you, then this is a great opportunity for you to be a part of what we're a part of, and sharing and spreading happiness amongst people. So how do we go about that? It's pretty simple. I'm going to skip this part because this part's not necessary. All we're doing is we're working on the two biggest problems in the world. And the two biggest problems in the world are poor health and financial stress. Now, it's fair to say you know someone or you yourself have either one of these or both of these problems. Okay, that's fair enough to say. Either have poor health, financial stress, or know somebody who is in that position. We shouldn't be in financial stress. We shouldn't be in poor health. So what we can do is we can work on both here. The question I always ask people is, what would you do with more time and more money? I know what I would do. I would go on holidays. I would pay all my debts off, and I'll be able to have more time to spend with the ones that I love. So how do I go with that? 3 out of 3. Beautiful. All right. So that's something that you can do with a little bit of extra money. So what we're saying is, we're not saying give up your job. All we're saying is that if you can refer this to your friends and family and the people that you love, the company will pay you for doing that. So having an extra side source of income is probably the way that we need to go today in the world, because what we're earning at the moment isn't enough to keep us financially viable. All we're really doing is getting our money and we're giving it over to our debts. We shouldn't be doing that. We should be in a position where we're giving money to our debts and having money left over for the things that we want to do. Go on trips, spend more time with our family, buy nice clothes or cars or whatever you want to do. Okay, so they're the things that we need to do. Why is this so good? Why is this sharing, referring system so good? This gentleman here, Robert Kiyosaki, he drew up what's called a cash flow quadrant. And what it is basically there's 4 parts to it. The red side is the side you don't want to be on. The blue side is the side you want to be on. The red side, you're either an employee or you're self-employed. Okay, so basically you are working for somebody else or you're working your own job. Okay, the problem is that 95% of the population live on the red side and they only accumulate 5% of the wealth. So basically it's like throwing a chip at the beach to 100 seagulls, and it's basically a fight to get that one chip. On the blue side, you have your business builders who basically run systems and have people work for them. or you have investors. Investors basically play monopoly with their money. They get their money, they invest it, they get more money. The blue side is where you want to be. 5% of the population live there, and they enjoy 95% of the world's wealth. So they have 2 seagulls, and they have an entire fish and chip shop that they can play with and go in there anytime they want. How do we get there? It's very hard to get there from the red to the blue in traditional business. Most businesses, you're looking at huge startups, overheads, inventory, staff, insurances, the works. Network marketing is a very, very, very low startup. Okay, all you need to do is just to buy products to sample and to try yourself. And it is basically foolproof. There is no stock that you have to keep. There's no overheads. There's no expenditure. There's no electricity. There's no staffing. All the packaging, all the shipping is done for you. So it's just a great way for people like us to make a little bit of extra money doing something that we love. It's all about riding the right trends. Network marketing is a $178 billion industry. It is 10 times bigger than the music industry. And the thing that I noticed most about network marketing is when the global financial crisis hit in 2006, 2007, that's when network marketing boomed. Okay, home-based business. Okay, it is recession-proof because if you lose your job, you can basically start a business from home. And that's the beauty about this. And the other part too is obviously supplementation. Supplementation is going through the roof as well. So it's a $104 billion industry. That was in 2013. It's just getting bigger. Obviously, you need the right supplements. You don't need a lot of the junk that's out there. We have the right supplements and we're riding the right trends. Organic, again, going through the roof. Okay, in the last couple of years, it's nearly doubled. And obviously, you know, the beauty industry has gone quite large as well. So again, we're riding those trends too. And the bottom line, guys, is your future safe? Is your job safe? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Is your job safe? And these are just some of the examples of some of the jobs that aren't safe. Okay. A lot of stuff getting shipped overseas, sourced overseas. Robots are taking over. So, you know, gone are the days of having 5, 6, 8, 10 checkout chicks. Now there's 2 and the rest is automated. So jobs are going to become a little bit obsolete, which therefore they can start to lower the average income per year because there's more people fighting for the job. And then again, we're just struggling to make ends meet. These are some of the richest men in the world and they all endorse network marketing. Okay, now at the time, Donald Trump wasn't the president of the United States. Everybody didn't mind Donald Trump. I don't think they like him much these days, but he is a very, very, very smart investor. And he owns a couple of network marketing companies. The guy in the middle, Warren Buffett, he owns Coca-Cola. He also owns 3 network marketing companies, reckons it's the best investment he ever made. So if you want to be successful, you want to listen to successful people. And these 5 people here are probably the most successful people on the planet. And they all endorse network marketing or home-based business. So the question you've got to ask yourself is why your health? Why would this be a good company to work for? One, you get to work with us. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's, you know, you get to work with some amazing people. But number 2 is that the company's been around for 10 years. Most network marketing companies that will fail in the first 5. Okay, so they reckon 90% of network marketing companies fail in the first 5 years. If they get through the first 5 years, they're a very, very stable company. The co-founder, Dennis Wong, in the picture there, he self-funds the company. So he doesn't have any debts or loans. He self-funds the company himself. This guy is an absolute, he's just the nicest guy ever likely to meet. And he's just one of those people who just wants to help everybody. So he has great morals and ethics. And he wants the best of everything for everybody. So it's just a nice person to have in your corner. You know that you're with a pretty safe company. And there's just some other things up there where in the Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies 5 years in a row. We're in the Direct Selling Association, Australia, which means we're above board. They've checked all our systems and we get the green, we get the tick. We're also TGA approved, which is very, very important as well. So it is a company that you want to be part of. And the best part is we're really only in concentration. So all the groundwork's been done. We're starting to develop almost into momentum. And when we hit momentum, that's when things really take off. So this is an opportunity which is fairly young, but at the same time is very stable. So a nice company to be with. So at the moment, we have $50 million going through the company. We want to get to 1 billion in the next 5 years. And with your help, we can do that. So how do we get started, guys? With any business, if you think about a business to get started, I'm going to use Nando's as an example. It costs you $250,000 to buy the franchise rights to a Nando's. That just buys you the piece of paper to say, congratulations, you own a franchise. Then you have to go and find the site. Then you have to go and find the advertising. Then you have to go and find the staff and the inventory, the lighting and the expenses. So your 250 is probably turned now maybe into 500. Okay, then you want to buy another Nando's. You have to do exactly the same thing. So very, very expensive. And then basically you're just owning your own job. This startup, you can do it for as little as $800 and start your business straight away. That is your business right there on the screen. If you want to play a bit bigger, then you have more product to play with. Again, $1,600 to start a business is very, very small and there's no overheads. So you can start to earn money from day one and start to get some of your investment back. I bought the entrepreneur set and I got my investment back in 3 weeks. So from 3 weeks on, I started to make profit. Not many businesses you can make profit 3 weeks into it. So that's the lucrative nature of this industry. And all you're really doing is doing what we're doing tonight. You're just sharing your story, you're showing them the information, and then you're seeing if people are open to what we have to offer. Very, very simple system. And then we can show you how to build your business. So in your first 7 days, we can train you up, we can set your goals, we can make a list of people to talk to, we can schedule a launch like we've done today with Beck. And then we start inviting, we start our launches, and then we basically repeat. We talk to more people, and we get more people feeling great, looking good. And then from there, they might want to start making some income so they can start to join our team. And we can get around a good community of positive, uplifting people sharing an amazing product. That's how easy this business is. It's not difficult. And it can be done in your spare time. You don't have to spend 40 hours a week doing it. You can spend 4 hours a week doing it. At the end of the day, the teamwork makes the dream work. And that's what we do. We all work as a team. We all live to one common goal, and that is to share happiness through health, wealth, and self-mastery. That's what we do. Last thing I'm going to do before I pass you back to Beck is just a simple quote to finish off. Okay, you can change your life by changing your choices. Your choices become your behaviours. Your behaviours repeated over time become your habits, and your habits compounded over time become your life. All you need to do is to choose the right choices. Do you want to feel amazing? Speak to Beck. You don't want to feel amazing? Speak to Beck, and she will sort you out. Okay? So that's me for tonight, guys. Hopefully I haven't been too long waffling on. I tried to condense it as much as I could. There's lots of information in there. I'm going to check the chat box in a minute to see if you have any questions. I'm happy to stay on to answer any of those questions. I'm going to pass you back to Beck now so she can finish up and let you know how everything is done. Thank you guys for your time.
Hey, thanks, Danny. I've lost my screen. Can you see me at all? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, cool. I wasn't sure where I was at with my camera flicking backwards and forwards. Thanks, Danny. So Danny's outlined there pretty much everything this business does, everything this company does, and everything it stands for. So there's a lot of different ways to start. You can go big and you can have your big goals, and you can really jump in with a dozen or more different things and go all in, which is awesome. Or we can start as simple as our 28-day reset, which is focusing just on our tummies. We're not trying to smash out 20 or 30 kilos. We're just getting our body working, which is really where we end up feeling our best. Is this all starts to work and everything just follows along. So if I can get some commitment from some people by close of business tomorrow afternoon, Fiona has stepped up and really, the idea of this company is for everyone to work together to get everyone feeling as best they can. So she's actually offered us exclusive access to 28-day reset program, which is amazing. I've done it. Mez has done it. It's constantly evolving into something that is an incredible way to start yourself going. So I'll be in touch with you all, but anything that we can get off the ground by close of business tomorrow will give you access to 28-day reset, which is a saving of around $297. So it's Fiona's baby, it's her work, and it is an incredible program that we're going to put you through for October as a welcome to your health and a welcome to this amazing thing that we're on board with here. So I'll be in touch with you all, and if you want to jump on sooner, message me 28-day reset and I'll sit down and we'll go from there. I can't hear you, Danny.
Might help if I turn the mute off, hey?
Yeah.
All right, excellent. All right, so well done, Beck. So yes, guys, if you have, just hit Beck if you have any questions. I'm just having a look on the chat here, and there's no questions, which is good. But if you do, please feel free to shoot them through to Beck, and she can answer them for you. And then obviously Beck can get in contact with me if she needs any further answers to questions. But we will speak very soon, everybody. Have a lovely evening. And Beck, well done. And looking forward to seeing what the rest of your journey holds. Everybody have a lovely evening.
Super excited.
And we'll talk very soon.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.